Welcome to the Mata-Nui Weekly for the week of the 10th through 17th December. Unfortunately, we had an insignificant voter turnout, so we will not have any players or characters of the week. Please send those by PM to Kugi. For news, in the Kentoku archipelago, Akimatai and Akone continue their fight in the yards, so do Sanai and Ishai. Hoko Noshima expresses her desire to leave the palace. Her retainer follows her. An assassin was caught before a high-ranking Hogo clanswoman could be murdered, foiling the Persic's plan. In an attempt to cover the trail, first son Kuno drowns the assassin's mind, killing her instantly. The Yukana returns to port at last. Sevish Gangaver, Toroshu of the Tajer, investigates the bright light on Odaiba. Yumiwa goes to learn from Battlemaster Inokyo. Datsue Sakurai and Datsue Ankoro talk on the Imperial Gardens. Kolrik returns to Castle Vilda with his retainer Seigyo. After a small discussion, she enters his chambers to guard, and at his provocation sleeps on the other side of his own bed. Sanai goes home to sleep along with Eshai, her retainer. Lewa Kolks is confronted by a wild Toa after accidentally decapitating an ash bear. Karero, Leo, and Sol Maro all travel via the Hiko to Kokoro after they learn of Matoro's assassination. Dorian brings death a la Daenerys to Utu. Stannis reveals to Dorian, then to Ara, then Kael, all in different formats, that Joski still lives. To Dorian, he bequeaths the Crystal Flamberge. In a flashback, we learn Joski was actually sent into legend using the Hirapaki. Ryzen helps Kewa at the Matoran smithy in Lake Koro. Drome and Kadon fight over a copy of Romeo and Juliet until they read to the end, at which point Kadon is disgusted, and they throw the book in the mud. Lear follows Tuara. In Kawaki, Akatamara talks with Vizier Ambages about the ascension the next Akiri outside Korza's office. Leia, Sulov, and Carrero arrive also outside Korza's office after they Hiko jump from Lake Koro. In Gawa, Helios meets Lailai and Ranan during a break from work. When he leaves, they continue talking for a time. Lojak meets Theros for dinner at a restaurant. Helios goes to speak with Utuchi about possible improvements to the greenhouses. Bulge Sarsi complains about the lack of action in Gakoro. Tiris, the teacher, talks with Dr. Liar about Shajish's illness. In the Kininui, Echelon and Jael's deal is set in motion. Echelon goes to speak to the Abetter. Veril and Seni join Sivra and Vaniksha's crusade against Akrayan. Tawahi, in their continuation hunt for Serena, the clueless trio meets Jolek Highwind and later heads out for Onokoro. Aureus and Sulov's game ends when the Mara of Earth breaks to pieces and leaves Aureus with an absolute statement on the duty of the Mara. Aureus goes home. Detectives Real and Rushinuet and the guard Sparrow set out to rescue the remaining people in the battle with the Paraka, if they're still in the hole. Wanderer and Forerunner vs. Paraka continues. Kurgan, Hele, and Zeron discussing Zeron's Parakuka. The tablet crew agrees to go where the tablet was found. In Onuwahi, Rhea, Serena, and Mar converge on the Wise Man's archive in a private room. Pharos wakes up from his nightmare. He and Tully make plans to go after Serena and company. Torgoth infringes on Ordoko's property. Akira Miro arrives at Farron's Forge to find it closed. Matan and Natan go to Gakoro to make the preparation for Rhea's order of a steamship. The clueless trio arrives and trade notes with Tully. Tivanu locates Rhea and Mar. Both sides prepare for a possible fight. The tablet crew arrives at the spot and finds a secret door with a squid monster, which they defeat. Cthulhu got killed. Archaeologist Shaj joins the search as they uncover the locations of hidden keys. They split up to search for them. Powahi. Razak continues as he leaves for Gakoro in search of new employment. On the way to Onuwahi, Farron has a realization regarding the mask of healing he and Zurinia found. The Brotherhood of Akrayan finish dealing with the undead in Black Rock Canyon. Quintar Vinya and Athiel find the innkeeper flash frozen to death. Sentinel Kuro brings the trio in for questioning. Aforementioned killer Akira is captured by the Sentinels in a street fight. Melna, Day, and Praxton looks his awakening.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Mata-Nui Weekly Personal Highlights Reel. Before we start, I just want to say one thing. I'm disappointed. A grand total of 3 people decided to phone in this time, and I mean, come on, I thought we had something beautiful going on here. But, okay, I'm just overcompensating here for certain personal lackings. So, let's take a look at what we actually have here. We see, okay, might as well just take a look at the first person to phone in his highlights this last week. Toatapio Nuva, Mata-Nui bless ya. You wanted to throw in the 2 cents, and you say that a highlight for me this week has been the quest of the Tablet of Names in Onokoro. Kurgan, Hele, Ashran, Zaron, Farron, Silkua, and Shad discovered a secret underground complex and are about to go and look for keys to open the door to let them proceed. It's been a cool story so far, and hopefully will become better. Personally, I really didn't manage to follow that whole thing very well. As far as I could tell, stuff happened because of reasons, and I really didn't manage to sort of hang on to that, even though it's my job as a journalist. So, even then, good for you. and it is interesting to read it, even though I can't really follow it impeccably. Let's see, we also have Ghost Hands, who decided to jump in and say that his highlight of this last week was using the Hiko to jump between topics instantly. I can definitely see the appeal of that. That does sound like a lot of fun, and he must be lucky to have such a fun character to play around with. Correro, that is. Let's see, who else do we have? We also have Kugi, who wanted to throw in this. The idea that Josuke is somewhere in Legend. I mean, come on, Stannis threw Josuke into Legend, so what came out of equal value? Also, was he thrown into Legends as a way to avoid his death from battle wounds? Or was Josuke fit and going in to discover where the Makuta had gone? So many cool things that allow Tuck to come back eventually or stay away forever. I agree, that definitely does sound like a very, very interesting conundrum there. Although I personally didn't catch on to that fact, obviously Kugi did. That also sounds like a very interesting. As far as I recently learned, the Hiripaki, is that what it's called? Is so far the only legendary Kanohi in the game. Good on you, Iwi. Emperor Manua. Iwi. Put on a P there and yeah. Anyway, also my personal highlight this last week, that was actually the whole Onokoro thing with Rhea, Mar, and Serena. Rhea is awesome. That character, Shadowhawk's writing is phenomenal, and Rhea, that character, she's awesome. I just have lots of fun interacting with him, and I'm really excited for what he has planned for the future of the RPG. Sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, keep writing, Shadowhawk. Your writing is phenomenal, and I dare to say, so are you. Let's see, what else do we have here? Really sort of lacking. That was all we had. Nobody else wanted to join in. But even then, I'm happy that I managed to throw in something anyway. Just a couple of short notes, nothing special. But that's what we had for this time. I'll see you again very soon.
Thank you for listening to the Mata-Nui Weekly. As always, send in your personal highlights to Dr. O at the ends and beginnings of each week so we can get those up. Send in your player and character nominations so we can start sharing the love around and getting more people up into the second season now that it's all in your hands. We've gone to a democracy. Let us use our democracy. Now, I hope you have a wonderful week and hope to see you throughout the game. Ciao!